And we're back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Roll School. My name is Nathaniel. I'm one of the hosts here at the channel. Unfortunately, we're not joined by my lovely co-host. She's out there streaming for you guys, being awesome. But I am bringing us another video. Today, we're talking about some Magic the Gathering news from like a little over a week ago that we're a little late on getting the video out for. But again, hey, news is news. This still doesn't really impact a whole lot of things until next year, so it's still news, and we want to talk about it, especially with the influx of limited and draft content that we've been doing from Magic Arena. We wanted to cover some of the news that's changing for Magic Arena. So let's jump into it. Why don't we? All right, before we get into the article, I will say if you guys want to help out the channel, any likes, comments, subscribes really do mean a lot to us. We are a small channel here, so anything and everything goes a long way. So thank you guys for all the love and support. And let's talk about the introduction of the Arena Limited Championship. All right, the Arena Limited Championship is a new Magic the Gathering Arena event that will be coming in 2026. It will offer players the opportunity to earn entry into the 2027 Magic Limited Championship. So we're going to have Arena Limited Championship qualifiers, which we'll talk about in a second, Arena Limited Championship, and then the 2027 Magic Limited Championship. All right, so to compete in the Arena Limited Championship, players will first need to qualify from one of the Arena Limited Championship qualifier events throughout 2026. These are an evolution of the Arena Opens. So what we're hearing here is that the Arena Opens, as we know it, are gone, which is kind of unfortunate because I only got to ever do one, and I didn't do very good in it, but I only ever got to do one before they're just gone, which is a little sad, but, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't always pick and choose. These seem to be just as good, all things considered. Okay, so these are an evolution of the Arena Opens. These new limited focus qualifiers will offer players the opportunity to compete for cash prizes, so that's still straight up first entry results in cash prizes, by winning games of Magic the Gathering Arena from wherever they play. We are planning to run 4 Arena Limited Championship qualifiers in 2026. So there's going to be 4 in the year, basically quarterly, giving players several opportunities to qualify for the 2026 Arena Limited Championship throughout the year. These events will replace the Arena Opens for 2026. So there will not be any Arena Opens. There's planning to be 4 Arena Limited Championship qualifiers. Okay, so this is the structure. You do the qualifier. If you make it in the qualifier, you get to go to the championship on Arena. If you make it in the championship, do good enough there, then in 2027 there'll be an in-person limited championship that you'll get to play in. So, what do these look like? The Arena Limited Championship qualifier structure. Limited Championship qualifiers are cash tournaments that award entry tokens for the 2026 Arena Limited Championship. Pretty straightforward. Now, unlike Arena Opens, these new Arena Limited Championship qualifier events are not structured with distinct Day 1 and Day 2 events, okay? So that is a big change. Instead, they are made up of 2 best-of-1 draft events that happen at the same time. Winning the first event grants a token to the second event, and winning the second event qualifies a player for the Arena Limited Championship. So it's all going to be at the same time. You just get your token. If you get your token, you can then immediately move on and do the second one, okay? So, players can enter both events any number of times during the weekend, which is new. Okay, so previously you could get to Day 2, and that was it. Now they're opening it up to you being able to do either of them as many times as you want. So if you want to get 7 tokens for the second event and then compete in the second event 7 times and potentially win money 7 times, you can. And you can also waste that many resources to try to do so. So obviously this is a bit of a cash grabby, attempt from Wizards. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, this exists so that the idea of quitting right before you're about to win big is able to play into them getting more money. So we will see here, players can only earn 1 Arena Limited Championship entry token throughout the year. Okay, so you can still do it to earn the cash prizes, but you can only earn 1 entry to the actual championship that's going to take place. Players who have already earned their Arena Limited Championship entry token for the year can continue to play in the limited qualifiers and earn prizes apart from the tokens, which does include monetary rewards. So we will see what this looks like here. So the Arena Limited Championship qualifier Draft 1. So this is the one that everybody can enter. You can enter this for 25,000 gold, which is a lot of gold, but also that's going to take you about 20 days, maybe 25 days, maybe. Yeah, probably 25 days. So just shy of a month worth of gold. So you could save up for this if you really wanted to. Or 5,000 gems. Okay. It is a best of one draft. So this is similar to what we see in draft. And we did see that, I want to say, the intro to Arena Opens before was sealed. And there was definitely some frustration there and some gladness from the people that, have lower skill, maybe like myself, right? I could do better in a sealed event against better players than me if I just happen to open better. Draft is a little bit more skill-based, so I am happy that that change is happening because it gives people a little bit more of an opportunity to be in control of how well they do, which is nice. Okay, it is a 7 wins or 2 loss structure. So this is actually stricter than what we're seeing with your typical draft, right? Draft is normally 7 wins or 3 losses. This is going to be 7 wins or 2 losses. So it's going to be very hard to get high on these rankings. And 0 to 3 wins is no rewards. Absolutely none. Okay? So even if you go 3-2 and you are positive wins to losses, you will literally get nothing in return. 4 wins gives you 1,000 gems. 5 wins gives you 2,500 gems. 6 wins gives you 5,000 gems. And of course, 7 wins gives you 5,500. So you do get your gems back. And you get a 2026 Arena Limited Championship Draft 2 entry token. So you have to get the full 7 wins before 2 losses. So by the way, you have to go 7-1 or 7-0, right? Because even if you go 6-2, you're still going to be here. Now you do earn your entry back if you go 6-2, but it is what it is. Okay, now the second day, if you can manage to get to the second day, or the second draft, you are going to get a lot here, right? Because now it is a best of 1, 6 wins or 2 losses, okay? And everybody gets 6 wins or 2 losses. As long as you get even 1 win, you are getting a lot of gems, right? Because if we combine 6,500 with 5,500, you have just earned back 12,000 gems potentially from 1 entry. So if you can get to 7, you are very profitable here, people. But again, that's if you can get to 7. Okay, then it just continues going up to 7,500, great, 8,500, wonderful, 10,000 gems in return is awesome. I mean, if you go 7 wins and then 4 wins, you have set yourself up to at least do this twice more if you want. But of course, that's basically what they want you to do. They want you to take these resources that you just won big, and they want you to turn around and waste them again and end up, here or something and throw away all those resources. If you do get to 5 wins, you will get an Arena Limited Championship entry token and, of course, $1,000. And if you get to 6 wins, you will get your entry token and $2,000. So, of course, these 2 are your ways to win big and get a lot of money if you so wish to. Because, as we mentioned, you can do this. You could do the first day, or I should say the first draft, right? You can do the first draft as many times as you want. So you can do this first draft, 15 times and get 7 wins 4 times. And then in those 4 times, go to this 4 times, because this is your second draft, and win big 3 times, right? And end up with 1 set of 1,000 and 2 sets of 2,000 for a total of $5,000. Well, in that structure, you would have done, 15 times 5,000 gems is 75,000 gems. And then, I don't know what 75,000 gems would cost you, but I imagine it is quite a bit less than the $5,000 you might have won in that case. So that would be a positive case. The negative case, of course, is you do 15 entries, you never get anything, and you just wasted, $400 or $500 worth of gems for the chance to win back some of that money. Okay, but obviously these are, you can only participate in these if you are adults. So I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. I'm just going to say, make sure you're spending smart and don't give in to the addictive nature that they are trying to play into here, right? They want you to get close and then go, oh, well, if I got close, that means I'm going to get close again next time. No, that might have been the best draft you've done your entire life. Okay. Now, if you get close and it was the worst draft you've done your entire life, then yeah, this is for you and you should just keep churning them through. But, so we'll see a lot of YouTubers and stuff, I'm sure, churning through these because it's just an opportunity to win a lot of money. But we will just have to see. All right. The Arena Limited Championship is a closed entry tournament. So this is to the actual championship, right? So all of this is the qualifiers. This is what's going to happen 4 times next year. The Arena Limited Championship is a closed entry tournament that qualifies players for the 2027 Magic Limited Championship, which we might even click on here to take a look at that. Players can only join this tournament by using the Arena Limited Championship entry token. It will take place in late 2026. Players will compete in a number of Swiss rounds determined based on the number of players qualified. So there'll be more rounds needed if more people have qualified, and the format will then be a best of 3 draft. And of course, it might not say it here, but once we get to the actual full championship, there will also be a best of 3 draft there. The Arena Limited Championship will qualify approximately 120 players for the 2027 Magic Limited Championship. Full details will be announced before the event, and we'll share more information on daily MTG as it becomes available. And of course, here it goes into the eligibility. So let's see what we actually have right now on the Limited Championship. It will have a $500,000 prize pool. So what we're seeing here is basically a Pro Tour. And then it talks about some of the ways that you can qualify. Limited Championship qualifiers may, in some regions, replace existing open events that award regional championship invitations and prize money. So that was like the Arena Open we just saw. Following players will also receive invitations, top 16 after calculating the booster draft match results of each Pro Tour. And then, of course, there are still ways to get to the Pro Tour via Magic the Gathering Arena, right? Because you can always go through the qualifier weekend structure. So there's all sorts of good things like that, right? There's obviously still a lot of really cool, exciting things. But generally speaking, I think this is probably a good thing, okay? Like I said, I mean, the expense of an Arena Open was already just that, expensive anyways. So you just have to be very careful with your money or your gold or whatever it is. You know, if you have 3 or 4 months worth of gold saved up because you just haven't been using it and you've been having fun and you've been busy or whatever it was, and you want to partake in this 3 or 4 times in hopes of winning big and taking home some money, good for you. I'm sure that $1,000 can buy you a lot of gems if you want to turn that around and put it right back into Arena. That would be absolutely awesome. Just be careful. Like I said, you know, going 7-2, going 6-2, which obviously you literally can't even go 7-2, right? Because you get your second loss at 6 wins. So going 7-1 and going 5-2 or 6-1 is very, very difficult. You not only have to be an absolutely top tier drafter, but you also have to get lucky in some sense against other top tier drafters. You're going to be going up against the best of the best in an event like this. And of course, when it's your money that is entering you into the event, you have to be very careful with that sort of thing. All right, well, this is basically the announcement. We are hoping that here on Roll School, we can save up some resources and get to share with you guys an entry or 2 to these things next year. I'm definitely working on that. We're working right now on being able to save up and enter into the qualifier play-in event. So that's going to be super exciting because that one coming up is actually sealed on December 6th. So stay tuned for that video. Super excited to put that out. But yeah, super excited that they're continuing the open style events where you can earn direct money without having to make it to multiple stages. Because right now, you know, you got to go to the qualifier weekend. And then if you you got to do the qualifier play-in, then go to the qualifier weekend. If you make it to the qualifier weekend, you get to go to the Arena Championships. Then there you can start earning money. So that is the only place that you can actually earn money. And it's exciting to see that they are going to continue to do things where there is like a direct way to earn money. So we are excited for that. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this a good change for Magic Arena? Is this a bad change? Does it ultimately unaffect you? I'm really excited that they are placing a heavier emphasis on Limited, even if there is a suspicious undertone that this is just to promote sets that might not see as much because Limited you're required to play that specific set. I'm still very excited for it because I think Limited really is the top tier way to play Magic the Gathering in general, and I'm super excited that it's getting a bunch of support. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below anything and everything you want us to know. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content or you want to support a small channel like us. It really does mean the world. We'll see you guys when it ever comes next. Until then, may those rolls be ever in your favor. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye, y'all.